Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today we have Premier League Matchday 6 predictions. Again, I'm by myself because Philip still hasn't recovered from Fulham's unfaithfulness of being a shit team in the Premier League. But he has been in videos that have recently gone out on the channel. The Europa League predictions you can still view because they play tomorrow, all the Europa League fixtures tomorrow. So that's an eye, as you can see. And also, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss an upload. We've lost 3 subscribers, so yeah, I don't know how, because we're being more consistent than ever with 3 uploads a week, which is what it's going to be. So we've lost subscribers, so yeah, you can be the new subscriber. And make sure you smack my ball, or bell if you want to call it that, so you get notifications when we upload. It's going to be a Wednesday or Thursday for a Premier League upload, and 100% a Saturday and a Monday for the Champions League and Europa League uploads. As I said, Europa League 1, there'll be a link in the description as well to the Matchday 1 predictions. So let's get into the Matchday 6 predictions. We've got a few tasty games on this, including Manchester United versus Chelsea, but the first game on this is on Friday. It is Aston Villa taking on an informed Leeds. 2 informed sides. Aston Villa, the more informed of the 2, undefeated at the minute, second in the Premier League. They beat Leicester with a 1-0 win in the 92nd minute on the weekend just gone, and Leeds, as I'm filming this yesterday, they lost 1-0 to Wolves, an absolute screamer by Jimenez. It's a tough game for both sides. There's going to be lots of goals, I think. I expect Grealish to thrive again. Grealish, McGinn and Barkley as a great midfield 3, and Calvin Phillips is out injured for Leeds, but I think it will just inspire them to perform that bit better, because Calvin Phillips, I think he's their captain. So even if he's not their captain, he's a big miss in the heart of the midfield. And I'm going with a 2-2 draw for this game. I think Leeds can still salvage something out of this game, and Aston Villa need to beat derailed at some point, and I think Leeds are the perfect team to derail them. They're great at turning teams away, taking them down, counter-attacking and scoring. Wolves just played really well yesterday, and Jimenez, it was a screamer goal. Next we have West Ham taking on Man City. West Ham are going to be over the moon because they got a draw in their cup final. Spurs, I'll talk about Spurs when we get to the Spurs game, but West Ham, they showed grit to come back from 3-0 down in the 80th minute and go on to draw 3-3. It was a cracking goal from Lanzini. No discredit to Lanzini and the way he scored the goal. It was a great goal, and yeah, as I said, I'll talk about Spurs when we get to the Spurs game. But Man City, they beat Arsenal 1-0 on the weekend. It was a fairly tight affair. Aguero's back for them, which I think is a big boost for them going forward, because they didn't have a striker. Jesus is injured as well. Yeah, there was a whole scandal thing about Aguero touching that woman, lineswoman, touching the lineswoman, but I don't see anything wrong with it. Arsenal, on the other hand, they've left Mesut Ozil out of their Premier League squad, which is a big miss. He's definitely one of the best playmakers to play in the Premier League. But yeah, I'm glad he's not going to be playing in any North London derbies anymore, because he used to give me nightmares. He doesn't anymore, because obviously he doesn't play anymore, and because Spurs are better than Arsenal now. But yes, this is West Ham versus Man City. I expect this to be a tough game, but I think Man City, they're going to bring West Ham back down to earth. I'm going with a 2-1 Manchester City win. And now Fulham versus Crystal Palace. On the weekend, just gone on Super Sunday, we had Fulham draw 1-0 with Sheffield United. Mitrovic dropping an absolute stinker, missing a penalty and then conceding a penalty, and yeah, he just had a shit game. And Crystal Palace, they won the M4 derby, or whatever the fuck it's called. They beat Brighton. No, they didn't beat Brighton. They drew to Brighton 1-0 because Brighton scored in the 91st minute or something. Zaha picked up another goal. He's just cruising along like he always does at Crystal Palace. I'm not going to speak too much about this game. Again, Fulham, they've not got Anderson. He's out injured. Onana wasn't included in their team, their Premier League team, so I presume he's out injured for a while. And it depends whether Mitrovic can get back on form. He's not really proved to be as clinical as he was in Fulham's season a couple of seasons ago. So for that reason, I'm going with the 2-1 Crystal Palace win. And now the big game, Manchester United taking on Chelsea. Ole versus Frank, PE teacher versus PE teacher. Yeah, this is Chelsea last year. They struggled to beat Man United. I think they beat them once, maybe. I'm not too sure. I know they lost 3 times, but Ole has Frank's number at the minute. They're both playing in the Champions League tonight as I'm filming this. Like, they're kicking off in 10 minutes as I film it. I think this could be maybe a bit of a lacklustre game considering the names of the 2 teams. So I'm going with a 1-1 draw. But yeah, I think it'll be a bit lacklustre. Depends on the teams that get put out. but they're both going to be gunning for the 3 points. Obviously, that's what you set out to do in games. And now Liverpool versus Sheffield United. Ryan Brewster going back to Anfield to his old club. But Liverpool without Virgil van Dijk, suffering that ACL injury at the hands of Jordan Pickford. I don't celebrate injuries, but Van Dijk, he's clinical to Liverpool, so I'm happy that he's going to be missing games, but not for him, because you don't wish injuries on anyone unless they're an Arsenal player. So yeah, I think this is going to be a tough game for Liverpool. The first game without Van Dijk, and no Alisson as well, so it's going to be Adrian and Joel Matip stepping in, or Joe Gomez stepping in, whoever you prefer to say steps in. I don't really know who plays more. And I think Ryan Brewster is going to come back and haunt Liverpool. I think this is going to be a shocking 1-1 draw. Brewster's going to haunt Liverpool. Yeah, 1-0. And now Southampton taking on in form Everton. Everton lucky not to lose at the hands of VAR against Liverpool. So yeah, they got a 2-2 draw, which is another scoreline I saw coming last week, but I went with an Everton win. They're in form though, still. That's not changed the fact that they're in form. Rodriguez and Calvert-Lewin are on form. Richarlison will be out suspended because he got sent off in the last game. Already got a yellow card, 2 yellow cards, either way he's suspended. And Southampton are up and down really. They're not performing as well as they did last year. Danny Ings is still cropping up with goals here and there. They did well to fight back against Chelsea and get a 3-3 draw there. That can't go under the radar. But I am tipping Everton to win again, and I'm going with a 3-1 win for the Toffees. Now moving on to Wolves versus Newcastle. Your typical shit game that Newcastle will win all the time. It sounded like I said win then. I'm not going for a Newcastle win. I'll let you know. I'm going for a 2-0 Wolves win. Newcastle, they're up and down. I can't remember who they played in their last game for the fucking life of me. But yeah, 2-0 Wolves, I've already said that. Now moving on to Arsenal versus Leicester. An interesting game again. Arsenal, they're doing okay under Arteta, and Leicester, they're struggling a little bit. They lost 1-0 to Aston Villa in their dying seconds last week. They also lost to someone else. They lost to West Ham, but they beat Man City 5-2, so they're up and down. I did say in a video that hasn't come out, it won't ever come out, but I did say that I think Brendan Rodgers will be sacked. And that Gareth Southgate will take over. I'm not going to stick to Southgate taking over, but I do think he will be sacked. I'm going with another loss for Leicester. I think Arsenal are capable of winning at the Emirates, and I'm going with a 2-0 win for Arsenal. Also, I think Aubameyang needs to start stepping up, because Serge Aurier has the same amount of goals as him, and Kane is wiping the floor with him in a minute. You know, Aubameyang has 1 goal, 1 assist, and Kane has 5 goals, 7 assists. So, come on, Pierre, mate, you're meant to be better than Kane, you know? Come on. Shit cunt. Now, I'm not going to bore you speaking about this game. Brighton West Brom, I'm going with a 0-0 draw. And the last game is Burnley taking on Spurs. Burnley on the weekend just gone. They, yesterday, as I'm recording this, drew 0-0 with West Brom. Yeah, it was always going to be a 0-0 really, wasn't it? Or a tight, fair game. Of course, it's the first game to be 0-0 in the Premier League this year. And Spurs, what happened, hey? 3-0 up in 20 minutes. Bale missed a sitter. Can't believe he missed it. And Winks, why do you think you're Iniesta taking an extra touch? Who do you blame, Bale or Winks? I'm going to go with Winks. I used to love Winks, but now he's just shit. You know, we've got Ndombele that's come in, Lo Celso and Højbjerg, and they've just pushed him to the side. Yeah, we should have held on and won that game really, so I'm going with another Spurs win. I'm going with a 3-1 Spurs win. I do think we're title challengers this year. It could be me being optimistic, but Son and Kane, they're on form. It's fantastic watching them. 2 games where we've scored within the first 5 minutes. 2 games where we've scored 2 in 10 minutes. Return the favour bets at 66-1 seem fantastic with them. But yeah, it's 3-1 Spurs. Let's hope we can hold on to a 3-0 lead at least. It's inevitable we're going to concede. It depends on the team as well. We could throw it up with changes because of the Europa League, but yeah, I'm confident we'll beat Burnley. But yeah, that is it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Like, Saturday and Monday coming, we'll have Champions League and Europa League videos. Check out the Europa League ones that went out on Monday just gone. And I will see you guys later.